On our second job on a Sunday, we had to finish off a car yard. If you must guess, I am limping around. I busted up my knee again. So, poor me. I'm just going to have to live it, deal with it. I did rest yesterday on the couch, with ice pack and some anti-inflammatories and stuff, but I think it's an old injury. I smashed against a log one time. But well, just trying to get in and see what price you guys charge for Sundays, you know. Just trying to get a topic up to stir people up. Do you charge twice your minimum for a weekday to work a Sunday? Is Sunday important to you guys? I'm kind of that person that works 6 to 7 days a week. Come next month, end of March, I've got every Saturday off for the next 4 months. So I don't work any Saturdays the next 4 months because the kids have got sports. So little girls going into soccer, little boys going into rugby. So we're either going to venture between the two. Me and the wife are going to switch. Depends on where their games are. If their games are at home, then we might be able to go to both because they're pretty much within 5-10 minutes within each field. So we can switch out and go to them. But I've decided if I'm going to work a Sunday now, it has got to be twice my minimum on a weekday. So minimum on a weekday, as everybody knows, is somewhere around $1,500 to $1,600 a day is what I like to make. So I'm presuming that my weekends are going to be $3,000 plus on those Sundays if the work is required to be done. This job here is more than that per Sunday, and we just finished another job. So we're already been here. We're on this job last week. We had a couple of people laying around, so we haven't finished the curbing on everything, but you can see where I've been, and there was another vehicle down there. So they've moved the vehicles out of our way, but we've already done all the curbing. There is a big car park at the back of this place, but we're just going across all the fronts of the shops and down to that corner, and then we're pretty much done this job. So we've done half and the other half. So this is a really good paying job. Once again, it's a commercial job, so every time I come onto a commercial job, I always quote everything on site. So I never just quote what the client wants, because you don't know what their budget is. And say they have a budget of $10,000 and you come in and quote to clean the car park and flush it out for $2,000, potentially you've missed out on $8,000 because their budget, they have much more money to spend. And if you quoted the front of the building, quoted the car park at the back, and then quoted the back of the building as well in 4 different parts, your potential to get a lot more work becomes a lot more to their budget, because they're not going to always tell you what their budget is, and that's a simple fact. Some do, some don't. I found sometimes I get 20% of my customers that'll invite me into where they got a budget and where they want to spend. But most of them just want a price because they're shopping around. They're probably getting 3 prices off everybody else. But all I do is try and bring awareness to the job situation. I'm like, well, if you're cleaning everything else, why aren't you cleaning all the curbing that's black, slimy, and slippery? And all the entries and exits of the complex as well. The spectacular sign, you know, you chuck $200, $300 in that. takes you 15 minutes and you're done. You already got the hoses out there cleaning the car park, so why not tackle that and get extra done? So this is not the first time that this has happened to me. This last 2 months alone, I have scored multiple commercial jobs, and it's always been over and above what the scope of works has been. Because I come in, I make them aware of the complex, that it's dirty. This will be cleaned up. Have some before and after photos on your phone, and you're gonna find, if the budget allows and you're quoting right, they're going to spend more money with you than what you think. Because all I get back is, all right, the price is accepted. Then I call him up and say, price is accepted. Are you doing the whole lot? And he's like, yeah, we're doing the whole lot. I'm like, all right, sweet. I'll have to do that over 2 weekends. I'll organise that with you this day and that day. Can you get all the cars moved? Just make sure the owners know if they can't move a car that weekend, can they move it the following weekend, which is what has happened. And always talk to people when you're on site, because we were here last weekend. I'll show you this. We all cleaned the back. So the guy that owns he owns one of these and rents it out. I actually think he was the real estate dude, because he looked like a real estate dude. Just getting up here. So I cleaned all these footpaths, all the footpaths, all the curbing. I do that for free because it makes my job look really nice. This is the back car park, the back wall. So 2 different prices, add-ons. So I was down here cleaning this. The guy that owns, I think it was the 3rd unit in, they've moved and bought this building and that little white building with the fence down below. They're getting them painted in 2 months' time, and he asked me the quote for that building and this building to be fully washed down before that painting goes on, because this one's not so much a problem because it's been painted a while ago, but this one here is they just acquired this building here. It's got a whole bunch of algae and mold and stuff on the back of it, so he wants me to get up there with a boom and blast all that wall and get all the paint off it and stuff ready for a repaint. So the painter hasn't got the gear, or doesn't carry the gear to do something that large. You know, we got all in the basement to clean out all the tops, car park up the top as well. So it's a fair bit in that one. It's all just talking to people as they're coming around, moving around, because you never know who owns what, especially in these commercial places. And normally if people know that you're around or doing a job, they'll come around and snoop. That's the side of that building. So we'll smash that one pretty easy. So we've already quoted that one and that one. So they're quite large jobs. That one's not too bad. We get access up there, we'll pull a rope, pull the hose up there and smash all them in. So that's all pretty easy out here. We cleaned all the car park, all the walls, shade cloths. So shade cloths, 1 quote, walls 1 quote, ground 1 quote. Always break it down, because you never know what they're going to pick. Because with body corporates and commercial jobs like this, sometimes it's one person owns the whole complex, or you'll have 10 to 15 owners in here, and if they're all paying money into the sinking fund, they might vote 60% say we want the whole lot done, They've got to get majority vote to get everything passed through the body corporate. But if the majority of them want it done, then it is definitely going to get done. So it just comes down to how much they want to spend or how much they got extra in the sinking fund. But as you can see, it's not overly dirty. There's a few cobwebs here and there. It is mainly the concrete. People have been slipping over on these flat pebbles. So we'll just get in here. Mainly it's just that out section. Did a little bit there the other day. So we're going to go through, clean all the concrete, and then we're going to downstream all the building, and then downstream the concrete at the same time, leave all the chemical on there, rinse everything off. Because there's no one around here, we should be able to just soak everything up, because there was 4 shops open yesterday until midday. There was one over there until 3 o'clock, but now it's a Sunday. There's absolutely no one around, so I can soak up as much chemical as I want and just let it sit, let it do its thing. So the question is, what do you charge on Sundays? Put it in the comments, light me up. I don't care, be aggressive. But if I can make more, I make more. But certain areas, like you're down in Sydney and stuff, my minimums are nowhere near what you guys charge. And sometimes you'll get it up here, sometimes you won't. It just depends if you'd rather have money in the bank or chase the big prices. So I see that my close ratio is around 34%. So I'm winning every 3 jobs, 1 in every 3 jobs. So to me, my prices are around where I want them to be. I am booked out for 4 weeks at the present moment. So I have raised my prices a little bit higher. So on that 5th week, we should be getting some really good profit margins. And mainly we'll wait 1 or 2 weeks, then we'll drop our prices back down to where we know we're winning everything, and just keep booking out that way. So it is pretty crazy at this time of the year, but we're back into it. So catch us later. Have a rest on a Sunday. I'm going to limp around and get all this done and put some money in the bank. Catch us.